One of the city's biggest attractions, Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Hey, alert.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again to the 43, 2nd down. The Raiders at 3-8 on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
11. Hey, alert.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Flag! 21. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
I'm sure you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily. I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
12.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second and 5.
11. 10.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
21.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Jacobs going to try the middle. 59 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here we go.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
21.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
11.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. They're now 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 2nd down and 6 now. Mahomes going to change things up. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll head out of bounds downs inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught on the slant. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Butker's kick here is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Amir Abdullah, one man to beat. And finally, he goes out of bounds just 10 yards shy of the end zone. A spectacular return.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Here's Jacobs. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The ball situated at the 9, second and goal. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the capper there with a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Able to push his way through. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here we go.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
11. White.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12, fellas, here we go. Stay hot.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. George Karlaftis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 31. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Oh, spinning away. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's good. Whoa.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
Hey, alert!
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. So nothing doing there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Jacobs now. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
1, Omaha.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
A big play looming. on third down.
Hey, gun. 12. Stand.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now. Because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. And had lots of looking behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. Powering his way forward. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and 10.
I got you. 65.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
21. 1, Omaha. Stay hot.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
21.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory?